Hi everyone, today I'm going to tell you about how to arrange your data for rainy days if we want to calculate the intensity or duration or anything. So how do you arrange your daily precipitation data to find how much is that rainy days have been occurred. So for that, first of all, let us understand that why we need to go and study first of all about the number of rainy days in a year, because it is very important to understand the water cycle, predicting the climate, agriculture planning. It may be in flood control, it can be understanding the economy, understanding the impact on plants, understanding the impact on animals, and most importantly the impact on soil, because rainfall is a very complex natural phenomena. It varies over time and location. Many meteorologists, researchers, they use various measurements and devices to study the rainfall variability. So as I was saying, it's very much important to understand the water cycle, because only an accurate rainfall data helps the scientists to understand the water cycle. Precipitation data help them to track the trend and predict the planet's climate, future climate, and agriculture planning is very much important, and accurate data will help us to understand the flood control, and there are so many examples based on that. So what happens when we are having a data which is in terms of daily data? So we need to find how much is that particular year having the rainfall. So for that, IMD has come up with a definition to understand what mm of water can be considered as that particular location has undergone a rain for that day. So let me be clear, I may be talking a very vivid way. So I'll just tell you, it defines a rainy day if a day is having at least rainfall of 2.5 mm. So this is because the number of rainy days and the average rainfall, daily rainfall intensities are very good indicators, because monthly data just gives us a whole, a summarized answer. So at that time it is very important. Whereas intensity and durations are two different things. Intensity is nothing but the rate at which the rainfall falls. It is generally in terms of liters per second or milliliters per hour, and it is changing over the rainfall event. Whereas rainfall duration is nothing but the length of time in which it is rain, a particular rain event is happening. This can be measured in terms of minutes, hours, and days. So based on that, so rainfall intensity and durations are related to the total volume of the water. Shorter rainfalls can be more intense, whereas the longer rainfalls will have the larger total volume. So there are different categories of that: light, moderate, and heavy and violent rain. So let us just understand, if you're having a daily data, I'm having a period from 2000 to 2022. So you see, I'm having a cell till my cell value of 8402. So at this time I have to individually pivot all those things and then use the complex formulas just to get some numbers. Then it becomes a tedious task. So for that I have come up with this. So you just need a few of the ideas on how you are going to do it, or trick. So I use COUNTIFS. So there are many formulas. So for that, so I have written over here. So rainy days less than 2.5, days without rain, that is 0, light rains, that is 0 mm or greater than 2.5. You can also say 2.5 and so on. So based on that, we will be I'll be sharing you how to do it. So sometimes you're having year, okay, and how are you going to calculate it? Sometimes it has to be something more complex. So this example is very easy, so you can use it for your daily basis. So let's dive in. So I'll just take the things that I need from this table, that is year, so on. So here what you can see is the year, and right now I want to calculate the rainy days. So I'll just take this formula that I have kept it over here. So I'll tell you what does it do. Okay, sorry. So over here I'll just paste it. Okay, so it says that $2, that means from this range to $8402. So the whole data of my year, and comma F2, I'm sorry, it's G2, that is the year 2000 is going to take only the consideration of 2000, and then in my D column I have my precipitation, that is dollar, D, dollar, then colon, and so on, and my criteria range is greater than equal to 2.5. So when I'm going to place it, it's going to show me 107. So the same way, if I just double click it, I will receive it for the whole year. Okay, so this is the one of the things. So I'll just cross verify in 2006. I'll just 2022. So I'll have to go down, right? So yeah, based on those things, it's over here. Next, days without rain. Let us calculate by that. So I have a formula over here. I'm just going to copy and I'm going to paste it over there. So I just copied it. I'm just doing this like this because to explain, but then it is in one sheet. If you want, I can just share the sheet in the description so that you will find it. So here you are able to see the days without rain, so it means the rain which is equal to 0. So the data whichever it is having 0 for that particular year, it will be considering that. So according to that, 96 days are without rain, and something it is called as light rains. So again, there's a formula. We'll go to the sheet, same thing. I'm going to copy, escape, sheet 2, here, paste. It's just taken G2. Here it says greater than 0, in between that. So we are having this. Okay, and now I'll just want to know the sum, right? So let us check what does the sum mean here. Sorry, sum of all this is 366 and so on. So I think in 2000 was a leap year, 2004 and so on. So this is how you are going to find it. Let us just check, because this data is for Coimbatore. Okay, in Coimbatore the average rainfall usually happens around 150 to 180 days throughout the year. So as far as I know, we fall under the same category. Okay, it is around 107. So it is in the range, and we can see in 2022 there was a high rainfall. So it was very heavily flooded or something. We can able to identify that. So this table over here will help us to understand the number of rainy days that has happened. I'll just make a quick box. If you want, you can make it into a chart. So whatever is like pleasing to your eyes, you can just go on with that. So I'm just going to insert it, total number of days. So I just don't want this data, and you can just keep it in this way. So, or you can just change the chart to column. Whatever is pleasing and better to your visualization, you can just go ahead with that. So I think this is fine, and I'll be using this. And if you want, you can just add the data labels for all. I'm just going to use it in this way. So I'll just change it as rainy days something. So you can see I wish to change how it looks. So based on your requirement, however you feel it would be pleasing, I think you can go ahead with that. So your X is the year, and your y will be the precipitation. So this is it. So you can even change the type. You can format if you want it in some colors or something, you can add. So yeah, you can able to do the same for all, something like that. So yeah, sometimes we just format all these things. I'll just format it. I'm sorry. Oh, it starts from 0, then I'll just start with it 50, and this is fine. So it can be in this way. So yeah, this can be done in this way. If you want to change the chart type, you can change it into anything that it finds, like you find it okay. If you want it in column also, you can have it in columns, something like that. So it will number of rainy days, number of things, whichever makes sense and which is representing your data well, so you can able to understand. So yeah, that's it. So by this you can understand the light rains were in such a pattern, whereas the days without rain were like 1 or 3 and so on. Okay, so this is about it. Thank you. Let me know if it was helpful in any way, especially for the researchers who are dealing with climate studies. Thank you.